Hey everybody, my name's Henry. Not sure how many of you are going to see this because I haven't set an event for it, but I thought because it's Friday night we could just have a chat and a bit of improvisation, which is not without its risks. So do bear with me whilst I get used to the technology of live stream as well. I've got my computer here, so hopefully I can see any questions that pop up. So I'm just going to test that now and we'll get into some music making. Oh, it's very exciting all this works. So just whilst that's loading, and I can turn off my sound. Oh, it's quite weird looking back on yourself. Somebody's watching. Hey. Let's just see if I can get up the comments. Emma, it's you. Hello. Lovely to see you. Can I see the comments? Will it let me? As you can tell, I'm a complete technophobe, so this is all a bit new for me. Oh, here we go. Here's some comments. So if you're watching, say hello. I've got my viola with me, and it's a lovely French viola by a guy called Paul Noulet. And I thought, because it's been such a long time that I've not been able to play to people, I'd just do a little bit of chilled improvising for you. So improvising means making things up on the spot. And usually I'd be doing this in live events or concerts, which can't take place at the moment for various reasons, but hopefully in the UK very soon. So I'm in Derbyshire at the moment. It is raining as per usual. So I'm just going to start off by listening to a few sounds of the raindrops. I'm in the attic at the moment, so I can hear it quite a lot. So that was about the rain. Do ask me questions as I go along. I am doing all of this off the top of my head, so we can make it up as we go along, which is part of the fun. Also, partly I'd like to bring up what's happening in the arts in the UK at the moment. You've probably seen a lot of musicians, or maybe you haven't. If you're not on the arts or music scene as a professional, you might not be aware that we're struggling a bit at the moment. We're not allowed to do live concerts with audiences, although other places in Europe have managed to get back to it, and quite a lot of venues are in serious trouble. So if any of you like going to the theatre or any of the West End things, you might have seen them in the news, and they are very sadly having to close, a lot of them, or will be soon. So we've set up a campaign. It's called #LetMusicPlay. And if you feel at the end of this you'd like to give us some support, please do go on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter and post a photo of the last event you went to. So it could be a concert or a theatre or drama, you might have been to see a play. Post the photo or describe what you saw with the #LetTheMusicPlay, and we're trying to raise awareness. So enough of me talking. I do like waffling, I apologise. Let's see who's here. Ooh, Pippa Wish. I haven't seen you in a long time. How are you? Amanda, hello. and Toby. Toby. It was Toby's birthday yesterday, and this kind of got me back into improv. So Toby, whilst you're watching, you might decide to go. Here's a very belated happy something for you. Rattly viola. Very happy birthday, Toby. I work with Toby in the UMIS ensemble, so check them out. We're doing some very exciting things and can't wait to get back to that. You may also know happy birthday as the hand washing song, so maybe I should have done it twice. Have you washed your hands recently? It's funny, there's been a lot of music over the past few months of the lockdown that have had meanings changed or have been in the news. Happy birthday was one of those for hand washing. I had a student right at the beginning of lockdown who, it was his birthday, but he didn't want me to play happy birthday because it become the hand washing song. But if you have young children, you might know this one. Oh, I've got to think how it goes. It's the only problem with improvising. Off the top of your head. Gets a bit annoying, that one. So that was Baby Shark or Wash Your Hands. Keep doing that, especially if you're going to the pub tomorrow, people in the UK. Happy drinking. So Baby Shark, wow, this is taking a turn. Wasn't expecting that. Ooh, hello Yolanda. Got some more people. I just played Baby Shark on Facebook. What am I doing? Hey Toby. If anyone's got any questions, especially if you're not a musician, so if anybody wants to know what we do, why I'm trying to raise awareness of the arts at the moment, you can ask me anything from what we normally do day to day, anything about how my instrument works. I'll do my best to answer them. I love being a musician. We're having a bit of a tough time right now, but I hope to be playing live concerts to you soon. So, what should we do next? Any requests? Not yet. But I've got 4 people watching, so we're doing good. Okay, so I'm going to go along with this theme of pieces of music which have been making the news. What else can I think of? Now this one had a bit of a more serious connotation. Made me quite angry actually when I read about this one. You'll know the tune, and I'm not going to get into politics, I promise. But I don't think you can ban music, full stop. that was, of course, Swing Low, Sweet Chariot, one of my, well, a really, really beautiful spiritual, and was written at a time where the blues was coming into its own. So please don't ban people singing it. Yeah, I love the blues and the spirituals. Okay, how are we doing? Hello, hello, Tom Pickles. Tom Pickles, I haven't seen you in ages. I'm up your neck of the woods, I believe, if you're in Sheffield. I'm in Derbyshire, in rainy old Bakewell. I won't make any Bakewell pudding jokes. This is going well. I'm talking too much. Okay, so next, what was I going to do? Okay, another song that's been in the news. This one, not so much in lockdown, but last year. This one's for my really lovely flatmate, Connie, who I lived with for several years. And this one is for the people of Hong Kong, who've had an awful time over the last, well, few years. Here we go. For you, Connie. That one is Andrew Lloyd Webber, whose theatre is also in jeopardy. Sorry, I keep coming back to this. I feel like I'm lagging. Andrew Lloyd Webber's Can You Hear the People Sing from Les Miserables. So that's been used as a protest song in quite a few different scenarios now. But it's really amazing to see thousands of people singing it all at the same time. Singers in the UK are also having problems. All the choral societies, all the community choirs, they don't know when they can sing again as a group under the current guidelines. The government has set out a sort of roadmap, but without any indication of timings. So we are asking them to please get on with it, so we can start planning, and theatres can start planning, and singers and musicians. So that was for musical theatre fans too. Right, how are we doing? Oh, Amy Jane, you're here. Hello. And Peter. Oh, Peter. Peter's amazing at improvising. So I hope you're enjoying my slight take on this. I seem to be in a bit of a jazzy mood today. I have no idea why. Maybe it's just what I've been listening to. So the last song, well, it is a song, I've been thinking about a lot, is Somewhere Over the Rainbow, because it's become the symbol for the NHS among musicians, and you may have heard it in your own communities on a Thursday evening when we were doing Clap for the NHS. Certainly I have been out and done quite a few renditions. It's such a fantastic song, it's so beautiful, very appropriate. So here's one more time, maybe with some added bits. Let's see what I feel like. Got to think of a key now. Okay, I ended up in C. Not sure how I got there, but never mind. Keys have never been my thing. So, how are we doing? We're still on. Oh, hello, Laura. No request yet. Maybe you're just enjoying the music. That's also very cool. Gosh, I haven't done this in such a long time. A big shout out to Rosie Bowker, who I am normally doing my improvisations with. So it feels a little bit odd on my own. Rosie's a wonderful flautist and I miss playing with her a lot. If anybody wants any sessions on improvisation, especially in the classical style, I highly recommend you look her up. So, what should we do next? Okay, something classical. Let's do something classical, seeing as I've been talking about that. Okay, another political piece. Not political, but you'll recognise it. This is looking onwards, perhaps. I'm thinking of keys. Here we go. So that was Ode to Joy from Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, and I'm sure many of you know it is Europe's national anthem. So I'm thinking ahead because, of course, in January we have the B word. Maybe I shouldn't say it, but that's been a tune on my mind for a long time. And wonderful because in Full Forces you should have a timpani drum and lots of strings and brass and wind. So an orchestral piece for my friends who may not have heard it before. The orchestras I should mention as well. Sorry, this is becoming a theme. The orchestras in the UK are also struggling like the theatres. They rely on having really large spaces to play in, and if the venues go bust, there's going to be problems. I'm sure you would have seen in the news the Proms have finally announced their revised programme for the end of August, which is fantastic. They are having a limited number in their orchestras, I think up to 15 people, which is a bit smaller, admittedly, than normal. So for those of you who haven't seen a big symphony orchestra, it's 60 people plus for a full one. You can get chamber orchestras of about 30 people as well. So that will be much reduced. There might be some different repertoire though, so classical and baroque pieces that maybe you don't normally hear big symphony orchestras playing for a smaller force. So that's very exciting. Do listen when it comes up. I can't wait. Although I miss going to the Albert Hall to see it. But very sadly, at the same time the Proms announced their programme, the Royal Albert Hall in London, which hosts the Proms, they've announced that unless they get funding very, very soon, again talking about the government and the arts, they will have to close in March 2021 because they'll run out of money. And that is one of the iconic places in London. I remember I went for an audition at undergraduate level to the Royal College of Music, which is opposite the Royal Albert Hall, and I was late because it was snowing in Derbyshire and my train was really delayed, and I got to London and there was a tube strike. Hooray! And that was one of the first times in London on my own, coming from a tiny place in Derbyshire. So that was fun. So I had to ring up a friend who was at the Royal College at the time, Ingrid, who's from Sheffield originally, and she said, "Where are you?" And I'd managed to find my way to Hyde Park on a bus, and I was in the middle of Hyde Park, and I said to her, "Look, I can't work out where the Royal College is. Can you help me? My audition's in 10 minutes. I had 10 minutes to get there and I hadn't warmed up." So she said, "Can you see the Royal Albert Hall?" And I, I'm very sad to say, I said, "What does it look like?" To which there was stone silence on the other end of the phone. So anyway, I'm sure you've seen it on the television. I think her reply was, "Henry, it is big and round." So I very much hope they don't have to close. Again, if you'd like to support the arts, if you just come into this live video, I know I'm talking lots, and you'd like to support us, there is a social media campaign called #LetUsPlayOn. And if you can post a photo of the last event you went to before lockdown, it could be a concert, theatre, drama, anything that is live performance related, with that hashtag. Oh, sorry, I've told you the wrong one. There is that hashtag. There is also hashtag #LetTheMusicPlay. There we go. I'm not going to be a broadcaster anytime soon, I feel. Right, hello, we've got more people. Tim Wright, hello. Tim's got some fantastic instruments up in Edinburgh, and Tim and I we grew up in the same area, so Derbyshire people, yay. Who else we got? Misha, hello. Everybody go and check out Misha's new album. It is amazing. You can find it on his Facebook page, I'm sure. Can't quite find a link right now. Maybe I'll post it afterwards. Wonderful stuff. Really, really cool. Claire, hello. Katie Reed. Gosh, I haven't seen you in a long time either. And Nicole, lovely to see you. Again, if anybody has any questions for me, if you're not a musician, anything about what I do, what's going on in the arts, anything about my viola. Hello, Misha. Right, I have no requests at the moment, and I'm afraid Misha might ask me a jazz standard that I don't know. So I'm going to go and play something else. What should we do? Love the Royal Albert Hall story. Thanks, Tim. Yeah, it was branded on my memory every single time I go to that part of London now. It was quite dramatic, being late for an audition. We've all been there, I'm sure. Don't do it for job interviews. Okay, so what have I been listening to recently? It's been a weird old mix, actually. People often ask me this, and I don't normally know what to say, because often when I listen to music, it's because I'm preparing it for a concert or an event or something, and I'm having to analyse it and try and learn what I'm doing, whether it's orchestral or chamber music, sometimes solo. So this lockdown's been really nice. I was talking to some musician friends of mine, and we were all saying we've had more time to actually listen to music without any of having to worry about remembering where your entries are, for instance. So I've been listening to some viola music just for fun and rediscovering some composers I already really liked but haven't had time to explore. One of them is Rebecca Clark, and viola players, if you're online, you're just going to groan. She's fabulous. I love her to bits. She is, well, she was a stunning player herself. She did lots of chamber music. She studied at the Royal College of Music, actually, and she ended up in America when she got married. And she was writing in the 1920s and slightly onwards as well. And she has set some really lovely folk melodies, and I was playing them with my flatmate Connie, and they were just so gorgeous. Very sadly, don't have a pianist to hand, but hopefully I get to play them soon with somebody. But I thought I'd just play a little bit of one of them because it's so beautiful, and I really like listening to it. So this is called I'll Bid My Heart Be Still, and it's a Scottish melody. So Tim, this is for you up in Edinburgh. An old Scottish melody. melodies. So that's by Rebecca Clark, although I'm sure she's rewritten it from hearing the melody herself. Can't wait to play these with piano. They're beautifully set. She has such a wonderful sound world. So there's Rebecca Clark for you. What else have I been doing? Well, talking of folk music, I've been trying to learn a piece I've always wanted to learn, by Paul Hindemith. Don't run away. Sorry, I was having a conversation with a pianist friend, Ryan, who I've managed to persuade that Hindemith is nice. It is. This will prove it. This is part of the slow movement from his viola concerto, which I've never had time to learn, so that's been really fun. And I'm just going to play you the last bit, see if I can actually remember it. I'm going to see, I do have some paper, right. I've got it out in front of me. Bad Henry's not learned it off by heart yet, sorry, but I'd quite like to get it right for you. So this is the slow movement, and the whole thing's based on folk melodies. Hindemith was looking at German folk melodies in this concerto. So, from Scotland to Germany, and proof that Hindemith is really pretty. That's just a little bit. Right, it's probably time for some improv after Pretty Hindemith. Sorry, it's good to play this in front of people, although playing in front of a camera is a bit weird, I must admit. I'm sure other people are finding this. Oh, Tim, I have a comment. Lovely backdrop to cooking. Sorry, that's Josh. Hey, Josh. And Tim, my 4-year-old, she's really good, Dad, much better than you. Oh, oh no, that's not true. Oh, Tim, I've been remembering our PDSO times. Tim and I used to play in a string orchestra up in Buxton, which is, I think, one of England's highest towns. I might have got that wrong, Tim will probably correct me. And we used to play all kinds of things in the Peak District String Orchestra. Lovely repertoire. Maybe I will remember a tune or two from that. Peter Ford, hello! Peter, not seen you in ages either. Peter's enjoying the Hindemith. Oh, Peter and I used to play at university together. Peter always kept me out of trouble because I can't count, basically. And Peter's amazing at maths as well as viola playing, and has been doing some lovely piano playing. I've been enjoying that, Peter. Nice to see you. Okay, so I'm thinking, where should we go now? What films have you guys been watching over lockdown? I'm bringing this up because we've just been for orchestras. So as well as live performances, the big symphony orchestras are actually responsible for a lot of the film music recordings that you know. And again, live performance being a bit in jeopardy at the moment, you might think, wow, will this affect it? The short-term answer, sessions are happening again. So sessions are where we record the music with a small number of people. So again, the big orchestras are not available to do huge recordings at the moment. So all these massive films like Star Wars, well, you're going to get my film tastes now, Star Wars, Music by John Williams. Hope I got that right. Someone will correct me if not. John Williams, I believe. Jurassic Park, another John Williams. I've been watching all of those. Lord of the Rings, the extended edition. Who knew? Had not had time to watch that. That's got some amazing music by Howard Shore. I love that music. His film scores being compared to Wagner. And I must admit, I can't normally sit through an entire Wagner opera. Everyone's going, ooh! Yes, I like a little bit of Wagner, but he was the master of the leitmotif, which is when your character has a piece of music specially written for him. So whenever you see him, the music will magically appear. I'm thinking Lord of the Rings right now, and my favourite tune is the heroic one. Whenever they're riding off somewhere on their horses or doing something heroic and fighting. Oh, I've got to think of a key. I should do this before I start talking. Let's do something a bit different. Not why I ended with that. There we go. I've definitely got some more films. It's quite hard to think on your feet of all these tunes. I've done this before where I'm just going to talk about a bit about what we do. So I'm a freelance musician, which means I do all kinds of work, and I love playing with big orchestras. I've played with theatre people too, who we've mentioned. I have lots of chamber groups, well not lots, 3 chamber groups. They are called the Alcione Quartet, String Quartet, the Umis Ensemble, who we've mentioned because I played Happy Birthday to Toby. We've got some new stuff with them coming up in August, which is partly why I'm doing this live stream, because we have to work out how to do it, which is look and join in. It's involving a composer friend of mine who's fabulous and such a good writer. She's called Rhiannon Randall, and she's writing solos for each member of that ensemble. So that is for piano, violin, viola and cello. So you can see Toby playing in August, and he has a specially written piece for him, which is cool. What was I talking about? Losing the plot. Yeah, they're my chamber groups. And something else I do is work for a charity called Live Music Now, who sends musicians and chamber groups to places where people can't normally access live music. And we have done so many studies the scientists, I know a couple of you are watching, have done a lot of studies to do with how music has an impact on people socially and with their well-being, and it is all very positive. If any of you have watched The Choir on the BBC, you will have seen some of what they get up to. And Live Music Now sends us to places like special needs schools and hospitals and care homes. And for obvious reasons, we can't go into care homes right now, or special needs schools. Maybe that might change a little bit soon, we shall see. And it's very rewarding. They absolutely adore it, and we tailor make concerts for them so they can be part of live music. And I've been in Derbyshire since May, and I've been seeing my gran, who's 87, and sitting in her garden, and she loves musical theatre, so we have been singing, yes I know, maybe not wise, but we were miles apart, singing musical theatre pieces to each other. And it's just wonderful to be reminded that even if people don't think of music, really it's having an impact. So again, if you'd like to support us, do post a video of your last event with the hashtag Let the Music Play. Right, I'm going to stop waffling. I'm probably going to have to end this fairly soon, so this might be our last thing. I'm going to do a bit of a mix of things I might do in all of my playing settings, so chamber music, orchestra, going into different settings. So enjoy, and thank you very much for bearing with me and listening, and I hope you have a good time in the pub tomorrow, if that's where you're heading, and have a great Friday night. So, what should we play to go out? there we go. So thank you for coming for my slightly mad session. A bit of a mix of improvised and not improvised there. Can't quite remember what I played actually, so I might have to listen back and tell you if you want to know. I'm sure you recognise some of them. Emma, Throwback. Oh, which one was that one? Played it for your grade 6 clarinet exam. That was probably, was that Vocalese? Definitely played a bit of that. It is a really, really stunning piece. It's on several syllabuses, I think, for many instruments, song without words. So thank you for listening. I am going to turn it off now. Please do check out the Save the Music campaign and just check in with anybody you know who is a musician or works in the arts. So many people work for the arts and cultural sector. We've got sound engineers, people who work backstage, costume designers, set designers, management, people on the box office, musicians, artists, dancers, musical theatre, actors. It's a huge sector and they're all in peril at the moment. So hopefully we have some good news soon in the UK. I've heard that Scotland's just released some funding, which is fantastic news. Well done, Scotland. So England, we need you to follow suit, and please support the culture and the arts in general. So what you can do is when we do get back to concerts in person, please go. We'll be doing everything to make them as safe as possible, and we know it's scary times at the moment, but your support is really, really needed right now. And what's better than going to a live experience? It's been very nice talking to you over live stream, but I can't wait to see you all in person. I hope it's not too soon. So thank you for putting up with me, and I wish you all very, very well. Here we go, I'm just going to turn it off. Good night.